Hey, good morning. It's Mike Zschunke at Berkshire Hathaway Homes and Shift Home Properties in Scottsdale, Arizona. Friday morning market chat with Mike. We're going to talk about residential. We're going to talk about commercial. We're going to talk about the economy. It's pretty exciting. A lot of news around there. Anyway, residential inventory. Start off multiple listing service. We're up 150 single-family detached homes. Maricopa County, we're up 100. In Scottsdale, we are up one single-family detached home for sale. 1,106 single-family detached homes for sale in Scottsdale. Still not enough, as usual, starting to sound like a broken record. We had pending home sales nationwide come out in July, lowest ever on record. We actually had a pretty good July and August. We do the residential, commercial, land. We do a little bit of everything. These are residential, different markets. Remember, residential is not commercial. Residential sales, pending home sales. So that's houses under contract right now, set to close in like 30, 60 days. Lowest ever on record. So never really got the summer bump that they were expecting. Even as interest rates started to come down, we're like 6.41% on the 30-year fixed right now. Back to almost just about a year ago. We are just about that number, but prices have come up. I think we're 3% this year on home prices in the Phoenix area. Now, I have mentioned before, historically, you never know, 5% return on your real estate, your residential real estate. If you go back 50 years and you take 5% every year, that's about where we are. So if prices are only up 3% this year, are we? We're right there. So, of course, money's expensive right now, so mortgages are high, but, we'll talk about that in a minute, about where we think mortgage rates are going to go as opposed to everybody else in the industry, but, of course, nobody knows. Anyway, so prices are fairly flat. This last couple months, they're pretty flat. We're starting to see some more activity. I live in the 85259 zip code area. We work all over the valley from Buckeye to Peoria to Chandler, to Maricopa, pretty much everywhere, Cave Creek, Fountain Hills. But that Scottsdale, Cave Creek, Fountain Hills, that's the higher end market there. They consider luxury now over $2 million, but more importantly, over 2,500 square feet. Prices have gone up, so $1 million house now is not necessarily a luxury property. So we kind of have shifted. We're looking now at over 2,500 square foot house. And also remember, it's not just price of properties. Over 50% of home sales in July had seller concessions. So that's where you really need an agent that knows what they're doing. They need to know where they can ask, where they can give and take. It's negotiation is all about giving and taking. You can watch HGTV all you want, but your agent knows what's happening in the marketplace, where you can give, where you can take, where you can expect the sellers to have a little incentive. And, it's interesting this time of year. Some houses have been on the market quite a while. Sellers are getting tired. Those ones that have been on a while, the ones that are priced right, they sell right away. They know what they're smart. They know what they're doing. But if you're going to wait for the spring market, then buyers become hopeful or sellers become hopeful and they're less likely to negotiate. Coming now till Thanksgiving, it's usually a hot time of year in the Phoenix area. Just, people want to get in before the end of the year, even on the commercial end. Investors want to swap out 1031 exchanges, and with the election coming up, I'd get my 1031 in now, just in case. You never know. Seeing lots of properties come on the market under contract. So there's a lot of deals happening off market. Little secret tip, if you want to find a house, look for a house that was on the market a year ago and didn't sell. Give them a call. We do that a lot, actually. Maybe they want to sell now. So there's all kinds of ways, little tricks to find properties that aren't on the market. And we're starting to see a lot of them, as we did earlier in the spring, come on the market under contract. So it's interesting. Days on market is 35 days right now. So we're entering into September. If you want to be in by Thanksgiving, Christmas, it's time to go. In or out. buying or selling. So, don't listen to all the noise. It's whatever works for you. We provide a service. We don't sell you anything. Luxury market's pretty active, just because the stock market's at, all-time highs. It's, with the Dow yesterday hit the day before, all-time highs. So the luxury market doesn't matter. Interest rates don't matter. They care more about their wealth and how do they feel. And we're really seeing a big spread between the lower end houses and the upper end. Upper end's just kind of rolling along, business as normal. You make an offer and get a deal on a house. So there's lots of buyers out there. Rates don't matter in that market. So anyway, commercial. If I posted the other day, if we could attend one real estate meeting, just one a month, we would go to the Commercial Real Estate Forum over at the Scottsdale Area Association of Realtors. It's called the Commercial Forum. If you're an agent and you want information, you want to come along with me, give me a shout. Happy to bring you along. It's the most informative meeting. Arizona Commerce Authority spoke last, Wednesday? And it's kind of like you want to know what's happening in the valley, where it's happening, where's the money going, where's the corporate money coming in and down. There's a lot of projects. Karen, I don't remember her name, but she works at the Arizona Commerce Authority. She said there's 448 commercial projects right now. They're in the valley, 448 commercial properties right now in the valley in process, and they are expected to bring 127,000 jobs to the valley. Phoenix unemployment is already low, and Phoenix, as we've said before, is a young city. Tina Tambor at the Cromford Report always talks about that. Phoenix is a young city, not like New York or LA or San Francisco. We've got a lot of room to grow, and that sprawl is just, it's happening. So, pay attention. Amcor is bringing 2,000 jobs to the Peoria area. TSMC just signed on for the third phase. Arizona is a business-friendly environment. There's no franchise tax. There's no business inventory tax. So a lot of companies are coming from California, Washington, Oregon, Illinois, these high-tax states, and they're making money. We had somebody we dealt with a few years ago that owned, a couple years ago, storage units, and they were saving $100,000, unloading all their storage units in California, bringing them to Arizona. They did a 1031 exchange, saved $100,000 a month in taxes. Big portfolio, but still, that's significant. BNSF's finally getting traction on that 4,300 acres up in, it's out by Whitman. It's way out northeast, but there's a big rail distribution center. And again, Arizona has the location with the Highway 11 going from Mexico to Canada. That's starting to get some traction. Nobody knows exactly where it's going to be. But there's some deals. Actually, Anita I don't know if you've ever driven between California or Los Angeles and Arizona. You see the big Vermaland signs. Anita, she's a cool lady over there. She just put a deal together. She sold 2,100 acres on the other side of Buckeye for $136 million to a data center. So all that area, all that desert out there, data center's hot. They're calling Phoenix the Silicon Desert. Silicon Desert. Just, the high technology companies are coming, the data centers. Fun fact, I did not know this. A ChatGPT search uses 17 times more power than a Google search. A ChatGPT search uses 17 times more power than a Google search. So if you're in the power industry, it's out by Palo Verde, supposedly a couple years ago, they had plenty of power. It's all infrastructure. It'll be neat to see how that happens out there. There's a lot of desert out there. You just need the infrastructure to build things out there. But look on the outlying areas. Mesa is building a huge data center. Arizona Commerce Authority said every company they talk to, they always ask about the residents. Where are the residents going to leave? Where are the new communities being developed? So when you're looking at real estate, residential, commercial, pay attention to that. It's, you want to know what's going on. Of course, you need a roof over your head. You need to have some place to live, but you want to make money on your house. So, and your commercial investments, your land, you want to know where the growth is going. I forgot to mention residential market. We're starting to turn into a seller's market again. Scottsdale, Fountain Hills, number one out of 17 cities. Fountain Hills was the number one seller's market. I think that's true. Fountain Hills was up there, either way. Paradise Valley, Cave Creek moved from a buyer's market up into a balanced market. So that's when you want to jump in. You want to buy your house as it's moving into a seller's market, and then the prices go up. So good time to buy, good time to sell. You know, of course, I'm in the business. I make money on number of transactions. So again, you know, we don't do high value. We provide quality service. You know, we'd rather you tell your cousins, uncles, aunts how awesome we are, if we can say that. Anyway, the economy. Everybody's talking about this rate cut in September. They're looking at it like it's a day that all rates are going to drop. Not true. That does not happen. The Fed might cut the Fed fund rates, which is an overnight lending rate to banks. There's already 25 basis points built in. Fed fund rates affects the 10-year rate. 10-year rate mortgage rates kind of follow the 10-year rate. But a cut in Fed fund rates does not necessarily mean that mortgage rates are going to come down. In fact, it's all expected value. There's 25 basis points. 100 basis points is 1%. That's the simplest way to do it. So 25 basis points is 0.25%. So if your mortgage is 7%, cut by 1/4, that's 6 3/4. Anyway, so you hear rate cuts. I've heard some realtors actually say, oh, they're going to have rate cuts in September, so I'm going to wait and buy then. It's all expected market value. It's built in already. Those rates are there right now. And in fact, if there is not as much of a rate cut as expected, rates are going to go up. It's all noise, but everybody, I think there's a big misunderstanding. I think we need to do a finance class for the real estate industry. Maybe I should put that together. Because it's not, if you're waiting for a one-day rate cut, that doesn't happen that way. So, anyway, 10-year back to about a year ago. Where are we? Personal consumption index came out this morning. As expected, slightly higher. Interesting note, consumer credit is an all-time high. Personal consumption index is what consumers are paying for a variety of goods and services. So that was up a little bit, but again, as expected. So the bond market didn't really move much. The Fed has to be careful here with this rate cut. China, they cut some of their rates in their bonds, and the Chinese yuan, the Chinese currency dropped. So the Fed doesn't want to cut. Interest rates are the price of a currency. In basic terms. So the Fed can't just cut rates because then the currency is going to drop. Then we're a global economy. We won't get that global infection. So it's not all about rates. It's about accessibility to rates. Another fact, Warren Buffett, Berkshire Hathaway, he owns more treasury bills than the Federal Reserve. He owns 235 billion U.S. treasury bills. The Federal Reserve owns 195 billion U.S. treasury bills. That's pretty interesting. I think, what does he make? I'm not even going to say because I don't remember the number. But anyway, yeah, and remember, bonds are a flight to safety. So if people are buying bonds, if there's a demand for bonds, bond prices go up, bond yields, interest rates go down. Why are people jumping into bonds? Is there some other noise going out? Or that bonds are a flight to safety? U.S. 30-year bond is the safest investment in history, worldwide. So, anyway, that's all noise. Look at your situation, and that's what we do. We help a lot of people. Where do you want to do? You want to buy? You want to sell? Commercial, residential, land? We do a wide variety of projects. So, we're here to help you, and we just sit down face to face. What can we do to help you get you where you need to be? So, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. If I'm not the right person, we get a lot of calls lately that, I want to buy a house. I want to buy an industrial building. Well, if we don't communicate, We absolutely have to sit down face to face, minimum, to talk on the phone. If we're not going to work together, if you're not going to communicate with me, if I'm not going to communicate with you, I'm happy to pass you along. It saves a lot of headaches down the road. If we work together, great. If you like me, great. Like I always said in the past, you cannot hurt my feelings. That's, what do they call it? Thick skin. You'll never hurt my feelings. And it's just business. So, anyway, we're here to help. Whatever we can do. Buy, sell, residential, commercial, land. We always need land. In fact, right now, I got a call the other day from a friend in New Jersey. We need a motocross training facility for some European riders. Anywhere in the country, let us know. And actually, we called. There's one if you're familiar with that industry. It's a pretty good deal, I think, in Florida for sale. So, anyway, sidetrack. Give me a call. We're here to help. 203-733-5877. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. We appreciate it. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye.